the wasted land and whistling Jack. Barry mounts his thorugh on wooden divots, opens his door, takes out his steps inside and returns, staking out his moat with pot plants in the sunshine. Tomorrow, Barry examines gender politics by hiking a short skirt over sturdy walking boots. He is on Ancestry UK, looking for his roots. Barry sits on a sun lounger, taken like his pot plants from his thorugh, removing his smartphone from a shirt pocket. He calls the house next to his more regular home. Please look after the houseplants. The key is under the brick, next to my welcome mat. Tend my garden if you can. Walking to the churchyard, Barry inspects gnomes, finding one deviating through time, but not so far from his own. He bends to pick weeds and listens carefully for a forlorn tune. Pick, 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 dead head. Note the dates, write them down in a pocketbook taken from the short skirt. Investigate associations later. Imagine way back then. Explore the tree and all its branches. Listen not for Jack's whistling deaf tune. On the way to Jack's lands, the Divine Cafe becomes ramshackle. Honey Street's barge inn is gone. The bridge in West Lavington closed and gone. Times change, we change, and yet we linger on. This is the week within the coming fortnight that I begin to spot the changes within. And yet I call on Whistling Jack to strike up a tune. It seems Jack is building up defences, making it hard for us to reach him. Ruins and rubble, road closures, volume of traffic, air pollution, higher charges. We reconsider our way inland, think about a pinch movement from the north with an approach from the sea, landing at Carlton Fishacre, Sugary Cove, Great Madison Sands, Garda Rock, or from Dartmoor descending from the top of the world. Jack, we doubt your whistled tune. Dutch data analyst with an anchoring for magic. And Power Vogels analyse criminal codes, test models, and bank up ever more data streams, whilst Jack only ever looks for coincidence. Holiday reading, 1969. Chapter 2 ends on page 42. A new one starts on page 43. Same day, the centre bus stop host 42 and 43. One goes one way, the other goes another. Jack meets a crooked insurance salesman, ramping premiums up to £420 or £430 for one thing, £4,200 or £4,300 for another. Jack considers the meaning of this. Dutch girls ignore it, believing pagan practice is more alive here than it will ever be there. the data set is in. And so we travel across cross-country crammed with information, taking care to step over all remaining bones, ignoring our instincts to gather them up at last for festive food or ritual. Arriving south, we start to select bodies based on behaviour that may be marked already by Jack the Hodge, whistling fiend. Young David, he hurries by, swears he saw Jack smack a table to crack, a road earth quaked by sea storm. A smash leads to crash, a car belly up, beached in sand. 4 passengers mangled, seatbelt strangled. The coroner's line, the official line, printed in local papers, denies young David's proof. Sweet Nancy Muffin knows and sings all the parts from Bart Oliver, like the Nancy who inspires Muffin, dallying a while with Bill Sykes. The Muffin was said to be to Jack's taste, meeting David, meeting Nancy, meeting with fact, meeting fancy. We heard of those who met them filling Jack, but never ever heard his forlorn tune. Dahlias, petunias. Barry raises a heavy mallet, muttering more plant names. The mallet now above his head, he crashes it down, driving a stake into the ground. They'd best not kill my babies this time. Nancy hums a familiar tune. Who could spoil? David dives into the 7th wave. The Dutch wonder about the data stream. No one hears Jack's share. Jack is becalmed. His usual targets not stirring. Usual hatreds. No. The heat is off, the sea reflects green, frothing with envy for the shore, the stability it craves. It had hit the road out of exasperation to see what would happen. Folk around here say Jack is more sea than sand, and like the water, he protects the land. A strange calm is on the hams. Neighbours wave at strangers. Strangers feel at home, though their homes remain distant. Maybe Barry's plants remain at risk. The sun beats down. Linguists pronounce this day balmy. Balmy sounds like balmy. Balmy thoughts return to Jack and is becalmed. One man balmy army. Still no whistling. The poet, he is in the arena. The people in their zones. A beach fire burning. Beneath the brighter burning stars. A quiet settled on the retirement village on the hill. A new rumour regards Jack. Says Jack was not a man of war. Cynicism has exploded. All is still, all is quiet, all is peace.